Hi Lynette and welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me using some new products. So I went and I had already shopped the new collection from Pat McGrath, and I will link those videos up here during this video. I got a bundle of her blushes, the 3 deepest shades, and one of the Divinos in the Flesh 7, and I picked up the highlighter. So I did go back and shop and picked up the other blush that I had really wanted. So I got the blush in the shade Cherish, and then I also picked up the Quad Voyeristic Vixen. Here's the Quad, which I initially was not going to get, but went on ahead and picked that one up as well. And then I did get the other Divino in Divine Rose 2, so picked that up. And I already had the Gloss Earth Angel, so I thought I would go on ahead and demo that today as well. And then I got a foundation from Becca. I went to Ulta. They were having 50% off of most of Becca, so I took that opportunity to finally try the Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. Trying to read without my glasses on. So I finally picked this up. I had always wanted to try it and just never got around to it because it's expensive, okay? And then just never got around to it. So yeah, for $15, I thought I would pick it up and try it today. So I did prime half of my face with this. And finally, I got my hands on some foundation from AJ Crimson. AJ Crimson is a Black-owned independent beauty brand. He's been around for 8 years now, and he was recently featured in a couple of lives here on YouTube, and he is now his products are now at Nordstrom, which is very exciting. They only have a couple of things in the line, but they do have the foundation. I got the refill, so he has a kit of like I think 8 foundation shades in it. And so I just went and picked up one of the refills because I've never tried it before, wasn't sure if the shade would work for me, although AJ Crimson himself matched me. So I picked up the refill. You do get free shipping with Nordstrom. So yeah, I was super excited to try this for the first time today as well. And yes, I'm going to show you how I got this face. I'm going to demo all of these products, and then I'm going to let you know what I think about them all. If any of that interests you, then please consider subscribing, because I do these types of videos along with hauls, swatches, tutorials, and reviews every Saturday. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers, so share the channel. Don't keep me a secret. Subscribe. All right, so if you're interested in seeing how all of these products look, how they perform, then keep watching. I'm going to go right into the eyeshadow tutorial. That's going to be set to music, and then we're going to come back and we're going to beat this face. All right, so just keep on watching. Okay, so those are the eyes thus far. My lashes won't let me be great, but we're just going to continue on. So I primed half of my face already. I used my regular primer, the Present from Philosophy. And then I'm going to go in with the new primer, new to me anyway, from Becca. This is the Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. And I'm going to put that on this half of my face. So I did it that way because I've never used this foundation before. I don't use cream foundations very often. I've never used this primer. I've heard that it's very mattifying. So if something funky happens, if the foundation doesn't look good, I want to know that it's the foundation and not the primer. So that's why I use my regular smoothing primer on this side that works with all of my foundations, and then I'm going to use the new one on this side just in case things get funky. So I don't know how much I should use. Oh, it's very thin, which I'm not sure what I was expecting. And I don't want to use too much. So yeah, definitely smoothing. I do feel like it. I did prime under my eye too with my Philosophy primer. Because it's a smoothing primer and I don't want to get too matte under my eye. So I don't feel like you need to use a lot of this, but I definitely feel like it's mattifying, and I do feel like it has some blurring as well, which is great. Now this foundation, my skin is going to be a great test for this foundation, the coverage on this foundation, because as you can see, I have serious dark blemishes. So now it's time to go in with the AJ Crimson Cream Foundation. I'm very excited about this. This is I got the refill, okay, so you know, because I've never used it before, and I'm not sure if the match is gonna, well, I think the match is gonna be good. I swatched it already. So this is the Artist Kit Refill. So he has a kit that has, I wanna say, eight foundation pans in it, mini pans in it, so that you can use for contour, you can use for highlighting the different colored foundations, you can use for foundation. So yeah, I think it's really more makeup artists, geared towards more makeup artists, but you know, we as regular people can use it too. And so this was $25. The foundation normally comes in a compact for $45, and I'm just assuming you probably in the compact you get more quantity in the compact than you do in the refill. And this is the Dual Skin Cream Foundation. I wanted to make sure I got the name right. You're getting 15 ounces or 4.5 grams of product in here. It's vegan friendly and gluten free. So I am very excited to use this. I had DM'd him asking him my shade. He said to send him a picture with no makeup in good lighting, which I did, and he matched me to 4.5. He also told me what my contour shade would be, what my highlighting shade would be, and which shade to swap out in the kit if I went to get the kit. Because if I was going to do contour and highlighting and all that with foundation, it would be more cost effective to get the kit. The kit is $149, and this was $25, and the regular is $45. Now I'm just repeating myself. So this is the shade 4.5. I got it from Nordstrom because he's now in Nordstrom's, and if I can get it, okay. He's now in Nordstrom's. He's got a few things, just like the foundation and I think a couple lip glosses, or maybe one lip gloss and one liquid lipstick. So I guess Nordstrom is feeling it out to see how well he sells. And then if he does really well, then I'm hoping that they will expand the range of products, of his products that they offer in stores. So let's support a Black-owned business. He's been in the business for 8 years now. Professional makeup artist. So this is the shade 4.5. And I'm not sure, it's super emollient and creamy when you put your finger in it. I'm not sure what the undertone is on this. It might be neutral. I'm sure it says on the website, but I don't remember what it said. So I don't remember if it's neutral or golden. So that's the swatch right there, and looks like it's gonna be a pretty good match. So I'm going to, I have my brush here, and I guess I'll just go in with my little brush. This is from Tarte, an old holiday, came in a holiday set. And I don't want to start off with too much. I'm going to start off with that. And okay, so that was a good amount. And I'm just going to okay, so the primer, you see where the primer turned white? And I'm just going to stipple, tap and stipple at first. And I think that is, for the first layer, that's pretty good. And see how quick that was? And I used very little. So I'm gonna go in and see if I can build it up that much. And it's really easy to apply. Application is really smooth, really easy. Now I can see, like where it moves really, blends really easily. With the brush, I could see parts where it picked up when I tapped it down. Go into my neck here a little bit. And when I use a, which is very rare, when I use a cream foundation, I like to use a brush. So that is 2 layers with the foundation, without the foundation. I think the coverage is really, I didn't put too much there. I think the coverage is really nice. So I'm gonna do the other side. What do you think? I'm gonna do the other side. And then whatever it doesn't cover, you know, I will just, well, okay, I put a lot up there. I will just go in with concealer, and which I'm going to show you, and put that over my blemishes and places where I feel like I need more coverage. And this is magnetized, and it can just go. Is it magnetized? Oh, I'm assuming it's magnetized. I'm assuming it's I'm pretty sure it is. And I'll put it in a magnetic palette when I'm done with it. And now that's just the one layer. I went in with a little more on this side than I did initially on this side, but yeah, I don't think I need any more. What do we think? Now I am going to go in with my Colourpop No Filter concealer over the places I feel like I need a little more coverage. And I think I might mix 2 shades because I don't think I'm quite my winter shade, but I'm not quite my summer shade either. So I'm just gonna layer 2 different shades. This is dark 46 and this is a darker one. I think the color of the foundation, I definitely think it has golden undertones, and it might work better for me in the winter time. This would probably be my winter shade as opposed to my summer shade, because I feel like I'm a little darker on the neck than I am on my face right now. So, which is great because, yeah. And it feels lightweight. I don't feel like I have a face full of foundation on, which is nice. Let me know, are you familiar with this foundation? Have you tried it? Are you looking to try it? It's nice. The only other cream foundations I have are, I have the Juvia's Place Shade Stick, and I have Lancome Stick Foundation. Lancome makes a beautiful stick foundation. So I let that dry down just a minute, and now I'm going to take my sponge and blend it out, and we'll see how well these products work together. That blended out lovely. Look at that. Very, very nice. I like too that my face doesn't look flat matte. Even with this mattifying primer on this side, my face does not look flat matte. It still looks like skin. Haha. Okay, so let's do some concealer, and I'm going to use the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This is the shade Butterscotch, to brighten, and then I'm going to follow that up with what is this? Chestnut, to conceal. And also, you know, I don't like too bright of a highlight, so we'll see how these concealers play with this foundation. I'm going to let it sit for a few seconds and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and I just realized I forgot to color correct. I normally color correct under my eyes with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Vanish in the shade Deep, but totally forgot. So yeah. So I'm just gonna blend out this concealer. I normally use my beauty blender, my makeup sponge, to blend out the concealer under my eyes, but I think I'm gonna go in with a brush today. Since I forgot to color correct, I think the brush will give me a little more coverage, and then I will pat it out with the sponge, tap out any excess, and then I'm going to set this using my Pat McGrath under eye setting powder, which I have hit pan on. This is a very fine powder, so you do lose some into the ethos every time you go into it. Just powder just flies away. And I like to use this powder to set the concealer everywhere I placed it. My eyes are gonna look like a dry, wrinkly, crepey mess, but nothing I can do about that these days. I'm gonna set the foundation with my Dior Face and Body. No. My Dior Backstage powder. No powder. Powder. This has been my go-to powder ever since I bought it. Because I am oily, so I must set all my foundations. I think if you have dry skin, you will not have to set. You won't necessarily have to set this foundation, or if you have normal skin. I don't think so either. So that is the foundation. Let me get up closer so you can see. That is the foundation, concealer, and powdered. What do we think? What do we think? Now, let's finish the eyes. I'm just gonna go in with that deep matte shade, the only matte shade. Gonna put that on the lower lash line. Gonna keep it very simple. That's what I like about quads. You know, you don't really, if it's a cohesive color story, you don't have to really think about what to do, because the shadows kind of just, for me anyway, kind of just dictate where to go, where to put them. Okay, I caught the other eye up and did my brows off camera, and I went in my waterline with my Sephora pencil. Everything that I use I will list in the description box below. So let's finish off the eye look, and I'm going to go back in with this shade that I used in the inner crease up here. So the only shade I will not have used is this one right here, which I guess I could put on under my brow, but I don't want to. I don't like to have a shimmer under my brow, so I'm going to use this shade as my inner corner highlight. I probably should wet it so that it doesn't fall onto my face now that my face is done. Okay, now that the eyes are done, I'm gonna go in with some, what is this? Bronzer from Colored Rain. And I'm gonna just do a little bit, what I hope will be a little bit of bronzing. And hopefully it won't pick up any of my, any of my foundation. Now we're going to get into this blush. This is in the shade Cherish, and I might mix them today. I might mix this one with Love Struck, but we're going to see how it goes. So that's Cherish. And this one, I got the, she has bundles of 3. There are 9 in the collection. So I got the 3 deepest shades, and then Cherish is like the one right next to it. So there's the 3 deepest, and then the next deepest would be Cherish. So I got that one, and it's a brighter, lighter pink. Whereas like Love Struck is more berry. This one is definitely more on the pink side. So let's go in with this Cherish and see what it do. I'm using a natural hair Sonia G brush, and you see how much pickup you get on this brush, and then you do get pickup in the pan because these brushes are, not these brushes, these blushes are very soft. And this is showing up pretty well. Pretty well. That's really all I want to do. with it, but I might build it up just for the purpose of this video. Prior to Pat McGrath releasing blushes, I would use shades from her Divine Rose 2 palette as blush, and from the Rose Decadence mini palette, mini 6-pan palette as blush. And that's nice. I don't think I need any more, but we're gonna go on ahead and add a little bit more, because why not? Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. What do we think of the blush? I know I got a lot on, right? I got a lot on. It doesn't take a lot. I didn't take a lot of this one anyway. And now I'm going to go in with the highlighter, which I also use in a Get Ready With Me. And this was the highlighter in that collection. This is Golden Nectar. And where is my highlight? I guess I'll take this brush. Take my Eco Tools fan brush. I really have been enjoying this highlighter. I can't lie. It's definitely more gold than pink. It has a pink, some pink in it, but on me, I primarily see just the champagne gold and not so much peach, not pink, peach. Yeah, that's the swatch of it if you haven't seen it. I think it's a pretty highlighter, especially on my skin tone. And it blends out, as you can see, it blends out very nicely. Oof. Very nicely, very easily. Okay, so that is the highlights. And now I'm going to put on a wrap, put on some earrings, and then we're going to come back and do this lip, and then we're going to talk about these products and what I think. Okay, so as I always do when I do these videos, I forgot my setting spray. So this is the Urban Decay All Nighter. And I like to take my sponge and just press that in. Okay, now we're ready to finish this look, and I'm going to go in with the Divino lipstick that I picked up. This is Divine Rose 2, very pretty. I was iffy about whether or not to buy this one because I thought, okay, it's another pink. I feel like I have enough pinks for one from Pat McGrath specifically. And then I thought it might be too light for me, too pink and too light, but I think it's gonna be fine. Beautiful, beautiful packaging. And this is what Divine Rose 2 looks like. I will also go ahead and swatch Flesh 7 for you so you can get a comparison. So this is Flesh 7. And let me put them both up here together. So Flesh 7, as you can see, much deeper and more berry in tone, and Divine Rose 2 is more pink. I did use Flesh 7 in a Get Ready With Me, so if you want to check that out. So that's Flesh 7, and this is Divine Rose 2. So as you can see, this one is a deeper berry. To me, it's more like a brown berry, and then this one is pink. So I'm going to apply Divine Rose 2 without any lip liner, so you can see what it looks like on my skin tone without a lip liner. And then I'm going to go in with my lip liner, which of course is going to be from MAC. So this is Divine Rose 2. A pretty light pink, but pretty soft, as everything in this collection is, and just really pretty. I feel like I could wear this without a lip liner, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna go on ahead and use my lip liner, which is going to be from MAC, and it is my Chestnut lip liner, but of course. And now in with the lipstick. I'm not sure if I should call this a lipstick or a lip balm. Does she call it a lip balm? Because it feels like, it's just, I love the formula of these Divinyls. Good. And you could go in, if you wanted to, with a lighter lip liner, not necessarily as deep as this one, but I like that. So I also have the gloss, which is a re-promote. This is Earth Angel, which is a already a part of her permanent line. And I just want to go in. It looks so gold, right? It's like gold with pink reflect in it, looks like. But then once you put it on, you see that? I'm gonna put it on right in the middle here. It's pink. And goes perfectly with this balm. And that is the finished look. Okay, so let's talk about these products. The primer, the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. Woo! I got this at Ulta, 50% off. I've always wanted to try it. So I thought this was a good time. $15, half price. And so far so good. I like it. It's thin, it's blurring. I felt like it blurred out my pores somewhat, and it is definitely mattifying, and it definitely turns white. So yeah, but looks good under foundation. You don't see that under the foundation. So far so good. And then the foundation. I like the foundation. I think it's pretty. I think this is probably more of my winter shade than my summer shade, but I think I made it work. And it just looks so natural, so pretty. It has really, really good coverage. I built it up with didn't really need a whole lot of building. 2 layers. I actually put 2 layers on this side, 1 layer on this side, because I went in with more on this side. So I really could get away with 1 layer depending on how much I put on my brush. And yeah, the coverage is beautiful. all of the products layered on top of it beautifully. Looks like skin, looks very natural, just really, really pretty. Really, really happy with this foundation. I wanted to start off with the refill because, you know, first time using it, but I could definitely see how you would take this and use it as, get it in different shades and use it as a highlighter, concealer, foundation. Really, really, really pretty. I'm looking forward to playing with this more. We'll probably do so though more in the wintertime than the summertime because of the shade and it being a cream. Don't know how well it would hold up in this heat because it's like 80 some degrees out today. But really, really pretty. So if you've been thinking about it, maybe you want to go that route now that he's at Nordstrom. Pick up a refill. If you're not too sure, if you just want to try it and see for yourself. But really, really beautiful. Blends out really nicely. I think you could go in with either a brush or with a sponge, and I think you'll get nice coverage with both, and I think you'll get a beautiful finish with both. Now for Ms. Pat, the quad. What is this quad called again? Voyeuristic Vixen. Ooh, look at that. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's kind of messy. So the quad is beautiful. I wasn't planning on getting the quad because, you know, I feel like I have enough pink Divine Rose quads from Pat McGrath. This isn't called Divine Rose, but I feel like I have enough quads from her that look similar to this. Not the same, of course, but you know, same rose theme. But this is gorgeous. This duochrome shade right here, the special shade, this duochrome bronzy gold pink, the shift is amazing. I don't know if I gave you like a close-up look of the eye look. The shift on this is amazing, but you saw it in the tutorial. Just absolutely stunning, gorgeous, but really flaky. I mean, you are going to have, I have fallout all over my face. I went in with a makeup remover. I went in with tape. I got a lot off, but so just be fair warned that you should do your eyes first if you're going to use this. You saw I used glitter glue. I used a brush, but I used it wet on the brush and I still had a ton of fallout. So, which is not unusual for her special shades at all. So it's very textured, very flaky, but gorgeous. And then this one right here, After Dusk, this beautiful metallic, which is more in line with, you know, her metallic shades. Really, really pretty. Inside here on the inner crease, above the crease. And so if you didn't want to go in with this shade here, if that's a lot, if that's too much, then you could definitely go in with this one because it's really pretty. It's a little more frosty, cooler in tone, but really pretty. And then I did not use this one, but because it's a little very bright, very kind of frosty, but it does have a hint of pink to it. But yeah, that would look beautiful on the lid as well. And then this beautiful soft dusty plum shade, which as you can see, you can go as deep as you want to go, blends out beautifully. And yeah, so this quad is just easy, in my opinion, easy to use. You have your metallics, you have your special shade, you have your one matte. You only have the one matte, but I didn't have any problems creating a look with just one matte. If you want to use the matte and go all the way into the inner corner in your crease with it, you can. You could even use these metallics as crease shades if you want, you know, because they blend out beautifully. They're pigmented. They have some good body to them. So really, really, really nice. And the blush, Cherish blush. Again, very nice. Very nice. Showed up on me. Very natural, very soft. All the blushes that I have in this collection, all very soft, very easy to blend. You can build them up as much as you need to. I feel like I have a fair amount on my face right now, but I don't feel like I'm looking clownish at all. It's just really, really, really soft. So I think these blushes are pretty mistake proof. I really do. I think you can go in and build them up, but I just don't think they're gonna look crazy. If you're my skin tone, at least my skin tone or deeper, I don't think you can get too crazy with it. But yeah, they're really, really pretty. You're gonna get kick up in the pan. It's soft as well. It picks up amazingly on a brush, so just be careful. You don't really need to be careful though, because as you can see, I went in with a lot on my brush and it worked out just fine because it blends out so beautifully. The lip, the Divinal and Divine Rose 2 are really pretty pink. I think it works on my skin tone. I think it works on lighter skin tones. I think with a deeper lip liner, it will work beautifully on darker, deeper skin tones. A very pretty, soft pink. And then the lip gloss. I love the Pat McGrath lip gloss formula. They feel so smooth. I don't feel any grit on my lips at all. They're very, very shiny and just beautiful. So that is, oh, and the highlighter. I've talked about the highlighter before, and yeah, my thoughts have not changed. Now that I've used this highlighter several times already, my thoughts about the highlighter have not changed. Really, really pretty. Blends out really, really nicely. So it looks really like, wow, pow. And you can do that if you want to, but if you don't, you can still get a soft, more natural glow from within look, I think. What do you think? So that is it. Let me know, what did you see that you like? Do you have any of this? Anything from this new collection? What are your thoughts about these blushes, this quad, these Divinals, this highlighter? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, then please give it a like. We're almost to 2,000 subscribers here. So please share the video if you liked it. Share the channel. Let your fellow makeup lovers know about me. I'm here every Saturday with eyeshadow and makeup tutorials, hauls, swatches, and makeup and beauty product reviews. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you again next week. Until then, bye-bye.